Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tuesday Boozeday. I am once again at a Nuggets game. I don't know why these happen to land on Tuesday nights all the time, it seems. But yeah, out here in cold Denver. Brought our baby girl to her very first Nuggets game. So yeah, it's going well so far. It's halftime right now. We actually got to sneak into club level to make the baby's bottle. This is the only place where they had warm water. So we got to sneak into club level, and it's pretty nice. So I'm sitting here in a lounger. You can see the city right outside the window behind me. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So yeah, wherever you are, if you're watching live or if you're watching recorded, share your drink. As usual, here at the Pepsi Center, I drink vodka lemonade since they don't have Coca-Cola for me to mix anything with. So vodka it is again. But as far as today's discussion, it's going to be, once again, Wealth of Time. It's the last week discussing Wealth of Time this month. This is the last Tuesday of February. Today I'll be talking about the setting of the book, kind of the city it takes place in, some of the locations within the book, at least in terms of which ones are related to real life places. Oh, hi, Dad. What's up? Hi, Devin, my sister. Team water again. Well, vodka has water in it too, I think. So yeah, before I jump in though, this week I have started writing the fifth book of Wealth of Time, or rather continue writing it from last week, and I'm also editing Followed East, the sequel to Followed Home, my first book. So some good things in the works here. I'm looking to be a busy spring of releases. But yeah, let's jump in though. So setting, this is something I've kept secret for quite a while. I mean, it's not really a secret. I guess no one's ever asked. I've never mentioned it. So Wealth of Time, along with many of my books, just in general, take place in a city called Larkwood, Colorado, which is my hometown, Commerce City, Colorado. So yeah, it's where I was born and raised, grew up, didn't move away till I was in my 20s, but still very much my hometown. My parents still live there. My sister lives there. My grandpa's there. So yeah, I visit when I can. It's not too far of a drive, but it's not necessarily down the street either from where I live now. But yeah, that's the big secret. Larkwood, Colorado is Commerce City. Larkwood is actually the name of the street of my grandma and grandpa's house. When I was picking a fictional name, I thought it just had a good kind of sound for a city. Larkwood. It sounds like it could be a city. So I went with it. And no, it is not Lakewood, which is a real city. On the west side of town. Larkwood is Commerce City, so don't get that mistaken. Oh, Keyshawn, glad to see you're having a beer tonight, watching the debate. I hope that's going good. But yeah, so Commerce City. So within that, Wealth of Time, the other books as well that I've written, they all take place in Larkwood/Commerce City. And if you've ever been, or if you're just would look on a map, you'll see a lot of it is all very real. So for starters, in Wealth of Time, the place where Martin and Sonia meet is a restaurant called La Casa del Rey, which is a very real restaurant. I know the family who runs it. My sister actually recently got a job there. She's going to be running their food truck. So it's kind of funny how that all came back full circle. But yeah, so La Casa del Rey, if you're ever in town, I definitely recommend it. Some of the best Mexican food that you'll find in Commerce City. Which, there's a lot of us Mexicans there, so I guess we can vouch for that. Another scene in Wealth of Time is, I don't remember if I named it by name, but the church that Martin walks by when he first travels back in time. He passes by a church, and it's burnt down to ashes. That's actually my church I grew up going to, Our Lady Mother of the Church, and that church really did burn down. I think it was back in the 70s or so. So the timeline doesn't really match, but the story does. So just a little fun tidbit there also. And then kind of branching out from there, where Martin goes and lives, you'll see it's referenced as kind of near the flea market. I believe there are apartments there now. I haven't really gone in that area of town yet recently. But I'm pretty sure there's living there. If anything, there's at least houses right by the flea market and the last drive-in movie theater in Colorado, all right there on the same block in Commerce City. And then I also reference a bar. I believe I called it the Devil. Forgive me. A lot of these facts slip my mind so many months after writing the book. But the bar is also in Commerce City. I don't know what it's called now, but I know when it was little, it was called Our Place. I know it's a bar my grandpa used to go to just down the street from his house. So that was also inspired in the book, as well as the liquor store that we all know burns down after a tragic scene. That's also just down the street from the bar. It all takes place. Thinking on it now, it's all really within like a 2-3 mile radius of each other. Commerce City is not too big, but you can still get to everything pretty quick. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else that gets referenced directly. Well, Columbine High School, that's definitely mentioned. Oh, my sister says the bar is now called the Hideaway Tavern. So there we go. So if you're in town, you can stop by there. I can't vouch for it. I've never actually been inside. I can't imagine it's anything classy inside by the looks of driving by, but give it a look. But yeah, the other major scene, I guess, is going to be Littleton and Columbine High School. I did some research actually going back in time. You know, what did Columbine look like in the mid-90s? Because obviously after the massacre there, it's undergone some renovations. It's not quite the same. And obviously the town has also grown in population. So there's a lot more things around the school and in the neighborhood. So within Littleton, there's Columbine High School. I also talk about Dylan Klebold, one of the shooters in Columbine. His house, you know, I specifically researched it on a map. It's definitely public record information. Just kind of looked it up, got familiar on Google Maps with what that property looked like. So yeah, that was kind of disturbing and chilling to do, knowing, you know, what all happened with him and that attack. But yeah, everything, I always try to research everything, make sure it's as accurate as can be, you know, especially if my books are taking place in the real world. That's what I strive for, not just in setting, but in, you know, the way people interact within there, the culture. So, I mean, I know a few of you on here actually know Commerce City or live there or even are there right now. So definitely let me know if I nailed it or not. But I try. And I think that's all I got today. I didn't jot any of my notes down like I normally do. I knew I was going to be busy here at the Nuggets game. So yeah, it's just kind of ringing it off the top of my head. So next week, though, is a new month. So new book discussion. I'll be opening it up for a vote later this week. It'll be between Insanity, Followed Home, or now that we've discussed Wealth of Time, I can open up the sequel, Warm Souls, for discussion. So be sure to look out for that poll and vote on it, and that'll decide what book I discuss for the rest of March. And just final reminder, the contest is still running for February. I see a lot of comments and likes in this video today. That's good. Every time you do that, you're racking up points. Get yourself a little Amazon gift card, some free books from me. So yeah, and not just on these videos, but anything within the group page as well. So thank you for interacting, and you know, definitely keep doing so. Cheers to you this Tuesday. Go Nuggets. I will see you back next week. All right, bye.